The College Basketball Experience pregame show for Thursday night, November the 6th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGP. And welcome, everybody. It's the College Basketball Experience pregame show for Thursday night, November the 6th. We got a nice slate here, nice 25-game slate to talk about, break it down, and much more. Can't wait to talk about it. Got games tipping off here in 23 minutes, and then a bunch of games tipping off at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. We'll have you covered. We'll give out best bets, give out a parlay at the end. But first, I'm Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. former staffer with also be with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, West by God, Virginia with the Mountaineers, also known as It's Mac tonight to you, Jack Fucks over there, baby. Let's talk some hoops. It's Thirsty Thursday. The weekend's basically here. And look at me. I got the Pump Fake Pod on both of my sides, baby. First up from the Pump Fake Pod, from the state of Indiana, you guys know him as Huff Puff. Michael Huffer, what's up, brother?
What's up, Mac? I mean, God, what, day 4 of the college basketball season? Or day 3? Day 4. It's been great, man. I'm feeling great. It lightens my seasonal depression when we have just college basketball from now until April. So I'm feeling great. I'm pumped up and ready to go, and thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. And third man in the booth from the great state of Wisconsin. You guys know him from the Pump Fake Pod and Kern, the Sauce Network over there. He is Stooley Picks. What up, Trevor?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's nice. Basketball's back. It's nice to be back in the pregame. It's the best time of year. It's the best time of year.
It is the best time of year. And I want to say it is fitting for like daylight savings that it gets super dark early when the basketball's starting, and then the daylight savings time at the end is right when March Madness is happening. So it's like telling you, stay your ass inside, watch college hoops from early November all the way to the beginning of April. Then when it's nice out, you get your ass out there, you go to some baseball games, get drunk, go to some country concerts, make out with a random chick on the side, do what you got to do, play some golf, go to the beach, whatever floats your boat, do whatever you got to do. And then you come back and do college hoops again from November to March. But Huff, also turn to you real quick. 4 days in, or 3 days in, going on the 4th. Any takeaways from college hoops so far?
I think the parity is still a thing. We have some great, teams that are maybe low majors that we don't realize, and they're competing with high major teams. New coaches kind of struggling. I think it's been a great start to the season, just seeing the amount of parity and how we don't know who's going to be that next man up. And that's why we do the previews. That's why you guys have done the previews as well. I feel a little more prepared, with just knowing some of the rosters in the transfer portal. But like a team like Bethune, who's competing with Auburn, you got to imagine that they got some guys that people don't know about. And we would never expect them to cover Auburn. They take them to overtime. So something like that, as an example, is what we just have low major teams that got some dogs that we just don't realize yet. And I'm really excited to see them blossom in the non-con.
And Trev, what's your thoughts on college hoops so far?
Yeah, it's been like you said, parity. I mean, you got upsets happening, high major, low major. I mean, Duke, everyone eye on them. We saw them come out and look pretty tough, and Texas just kind of pissed on them in that second half and did nothing. But a lot of these top teams. I mean, Purdue, we saw Purdue, and they look pretty good. I mean, Kentucky, Louisville, NC State. We finally see that overhyped team in action here and pretty good. So I don't know. It's just a lot of new coaching faces, a lot of new movements. The usual SWAC coaching carousel continued. All is right in the world.
Stooley, your echo is your
I'm
audio.
lagging too, I think. Pump Fake Pod with technical difficulties. Sorry.
Good to see you guys are retarded on the technology front too, just like TCE. So yes, welcome in. You guys fit right in, and let's get into it, baby. Let's talk some. And I kept the slides up, and I'll try and highlight the line movement as we go along. But first, we're brought to you by ourselves. College Hoops is back. Make sure you subscribe to the College Experience, catch their daily podcast, and download the SGPN app for free. For all the college basketball picks all season long, you'll see myself on there. You'll see Huff on there. You'll see Stooley on there. Troy, producer Troy, Cannabis Capper. You'll see
what's popping.
There's producer Troy. What's up, producer Troy?
I hear my name. Yo, if you're hating on the Pump Fake Pod in the chat, shut the fuck up.
Co-side. I like that.
We welcome haters. We love them. They're the best.
Dude, it's what this is all about. Talking shit and having a couple drinks, not taking yourself seriously, and talking some more shit. So let's get into it. We got a lock battle here. Shocker. Colby is on the Long Island Sharks. Beanick and I love IUPUI here tonight. They are laying 4.5. Game tips in 18 minutes. But the headline here is the total is still sitting at 184.5, 185.5. What are you guys doing here in the standalone game early?
I like IUPUI here. I tend to like. I like the over more as well too.
You got to close that fridge.
Dude, that fridge is it always causes problem. Here I am, just technical difficulties. But
that was me.
I think IUPUI. We don't realize the team that they have. 3-4 years from now or prior, to think I'd be laying points and taking an IUPUI over. There's some issues there. And that's the point I was trying to make with college basketball. New coaches, new teams, new brands, and the IUPUI is on the right side of it. I love this team. You put up that many points against Ohio State. I think they drill Long Island, and I think the over is well in play as well.
Yeah, last night I was kind of leaning towards LIU, but more thought about it today. I'm just like, I don't think LIU could even keep up with IUPUI. You know, they could give up, it could be 54-50 at halftime. I think at some point LIU is just going to kind of run out of shot making and being able to respond, because IUPUI just make it, take it. They don't really care to play defense. Just they want the ball back. They want to score. That was evident in Ohio State game, and they can score. So I think at some point they're just going to kind of pull away from LIU. Not going to be able to keep up offensively, and Jags going jagging off with the cover tonight.
All about jagging off, baby. Let's go. Jaguars roll here over the Sharks. There are 7 7:00 games. We got Jackson State at Louisville. That number has skyrocketed. That's up to 38.5 now. You got Central Connecticut going to Quinnipiac. I'm seeing that one at 8.5, 9.5. Shop around. You got Campbell at West Virginia. Mountaineers now laying 15.5. The other ones, Citadel at Boston College. This line has come down to 15.5. Bethune-Cookman at Miami. Miami laying now 16.5, 17.5. So it's kind of stayed true. Xavier has come up a little bit. They are laying 24.5. And then the game of the early window, Illinois State, the Redbirds at Ohio. This one is flipped between one all day long. Any favorite bets here in the 7:00 window, Huff?
Yeah, I like a lot of these bets. I took Louisville last night. I mean, I still like it. I think that they can win by 40. Obviously, this is why you watch our shows. We get good numbers most of the time. But CLV's not always been our favorite last year. But I think Louisville has a chance to drill them and win by 40 with these against Jackson State in this kind of fade the SWAC week one mentality. I actually like Miami a little bit here, minus 16.5. I took Miami. I kind of bought into the steam a little bit and just kind of fading off Bethune and their, even though I shouted them out earlier, I just feel like there's going to be somewhat of a hangover here, just in that sense. And I like Central Connecticut State plus 8.5 as well. I think that they easily can dominate, and I'm going against my Ohio here and Bowles. I think Illinois State. The spot for Ohio exists. Like, they have Arkansas State off their loss, and now you're going to have another team coming in. But I'm going to trust in the players here and not the spot like I normally. I'm going to take Illinois State here. I think that they have a solid player, Chase Walker, and definitely a really good backcourt and front court. I think they can outmatch Ohio, and we see a random stumble early on for the Ohio Bobcats, although it is a good spot for them, I'll give. But I'm going to go with the better players here for the Redbirds.
Is this a football team just had a really big win in the middle of the week? Now we got to fade the basketball team spot?
Well, they just came off a loss, though.
They just lost it's a spot for Ohio, but I'm just taking the better roster. I think Illinois State's got a better roster.
Roger.
Stoley, what you got in the early window, the 7 o'clock games?
Yeah, basically reiterate everything he said with Illinois State. I took the minus 125 money line last night. I love that it flipped to them as a dog. I love when the favorites flip. Everyone thinks they're getting a good number, a good spot at home, but it is a good spot for Ohio. But I think Illinois is the better team, better roster. They're deeper, more talented, and have the coaching experience. So I'm in continuity on the team. So I took them. I also played Citadel plus 17. Who the hell is Boston College to lay 17 points? And then the last 2 games they've played have all been really tight within single digits. So I think Citadel got incrementally better than last year. Not much, just incrementally. But I think they'll be able to hang around Boston College coming off FAU and traveling here. And then I had the Jackson State game. I grabbed Jackson State plus 39. This got out of hand. Louisville's got Kentucky on deck. I think they might shit pump them in the first half, but I think they kind of just coast in the second half. Jackson State loses by 33 or something. I'm high on Jackson State. I think they're going to be good in their conference. So 38.5 is a little ridiculous. I know Louisville's good, but they have bigger fish to fry with Kentucky on deck. And then there was one more in here. I couldn't. I don't remember. Nope.
Did you have Campbell?
I think I was leaning Campbell. I wanted to take him. You said it too. West Virginia is a Ross Hodge team. They're a grind them out, just defensive focused team. So just at that pace, are they really just going to run away and win by 15, 16? And Campbell looked pretty good against my Badgers the first night. That score doesn't reflect how tight that game was all the way to like the 10-minute mark or so. And I thought about laying Xavier. I think they got their scare and they just come out and punish today. But I never fired on it, but I might.
I feel like I'm on the late window a little more, but I guess this is 7:30. I don't know, but I like the Drake, Rob Morris under as well too.
Okay.
It's up to 150. 1.5, I believe, 150.5. I just think Robert Morris, after giving up 101 to Iowa, they need to have a wake up call and play somewhat of defense. And I think Henderson may actually not push the pace here and run more sets against Robert Morris. I feel like this number is going to be perfect. We may be sweating for a little bit, but with no foul game at that number, 8.5 potentially, maybe a small amount of foul game in the final 30 seconds because it's going to be closer than we think. I think Drake, wins like a 77 to 70 or 77 to 68 or something like that, and the under cashes. And I don't know what your thoughts are, Mac. I haven't bet it yet, but I like the Campbell and West Virginia under. I was on the West Virginia Mount St. Mary's under. It hit with ease. I don't know if it's a worthy candidate for tonight, but I could be talked into it.
Every West Virginia game is going to be a grinder. They're going to just be, like I said, I'm not locking them the entire year when they're double-digit favorites, unless they're playing Pitt, just because Pitt fucking sucks. But when they're a dog, I'm going to be all over them when they're a dog. It literally is North Texas, but in Morgantown. So yeah, the under would be the play for me if I was betting the under there. Stooley, do you like the standalone 7:30 game here? I'm on Bob Morris, man. I think Drake's getting a little bit too much love. I like Eric Henderson and company, but I think it takes a minute, and they're banged up at the guard position.
Yeah, Bobby Moe played Iowa. Iowa was on a mission. McCollum was on a mission to run it up and put on a great performance in front of those fans after dealing with that Fran McCaffrey era at the end there. So, I was on Iowa, and they shit pumped them. I like Bob Morris too. Drake traveling back here. Bobby Moe stays in state here, and they just kind of walked into a little bit of an Iowa buzzsaw a little bit. They couldn't miss. They were dominating. They were hitting everything. So. I think it was just a bad showing. I'm not high on Rob Morris this year, but I think getting 8 on the road when didn't even really have to travel in a Drake team that I don't think I think they're getting a little name respect. This isn't the same Drake team as last year, but they're still going to be solid. But I don't think they're anything like last year's team right now. So I'm taking the 8 with Bob Morris too.
I
Yeah,
love it. They're going to D up, man. They're going to D up.
I like taking the team that gets blown out and doesn't have much travel. They just stay out on the road and don't have much travel where I mean, from Iowa City to Des Moines, it's an hour, if that. So, to be honest, Drake is the team traveling here.
Yeah, and they returned a lot too. Rob Morris did. I feel like they're familiar with each other. They got a good locker room after last year. They'll rally after an ass kicking. That's all you can do to look in the mirror after that.
Yeah, I got on Bobby Moe at 8.5. But I wanted to mention everybody talking about Huff's little blinds behind him in his room. They're not vertical blinds, so we can trust his process.
Hey, like I said, I'm building the man cave out. I just had to share that. I've been blinds guy this first week, but it's worked out. We've been in the green every day, so kiss my ass.
Let's go, baby. I saw the chat ask you where's the sunglasses? Yeah, Ryan Coat. They're right here, baby. Right here. But, they don't go on until after midnight because that's when it gets really good. Whether I'm out. Looking live after midnight, after hours, baby. It's too early right now. I'm somewhat sober. So, I'll get there. Yeah, I'll get my BAC up and then the shades will come on. So, Thursday, everybody. You know how we do it in Morgantown. You know how we do it over at MyBookie, because over here at the College Experience, we are brought to you by MyBookie, your place to bet on football, basketball, everything else. The prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head over to mybookie.ag. Our promo code is TCESPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is a great sponsor as well. America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig is the best place to get prices. Available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 off when you spend $5 and use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action. Promo code SGPN. All righty. Let's get over to the 8 o'clock slate. 12 games, I believe, here. Riverside at North Dakota. I believe North Dakota now I'm seeing is a 2.5-point favorite. The Gators laying a huge line. Is this one up to 42.5? Everybody can't wait to bet the Gators tonight. Northridge at Northern Iowa. Not Northern Iowa, laying 9.5, 8.5, shop around. Abilene's up to 4.5. We got St. Louis. This one has stayed pretty solid overnight. 28.5. I got up to 29.5. Merrimack at Auburn. This one's come down a couple points to 23.5. Grambling at Iowa State, 33.5. God, they're playing Grambling again. SMU laying the big number here against Corpus Christi. That one's up to 23.5. Texas Southern at Texas A&M. Texas A&M game 2 of Buckyball. That's up to that stayed true at 29.5. St. Francis at TCU. This is going to get ugly. TCU now laying 27.5. Northwestern State, watch out. This is the big line move of the day. Down from 14.5, as you could see last night, to 11.5. Money line down to 650 from 8-1 earlier today. Alcorn at South Alabama. South Alabama up to 18.5. And finally, Loyola Chicago up to 22.5. Guys, I threw a lot of 8 o'clock games at you. Fire away, Huff, on some of your favorite ones in this 8 o'clock middle window.
Yeah, and whoever's running the slides, I'm impressed because I'm kind of rifling through these. I like Iowa State 33.5. I don't care. It's been staying stagnant. I think Otzelberg drills these teams. They won by 38 against Fairleigh Dickinson. And I think Grambling State's even more inferior. They lost a lot of their pieces last year, and Grambling State had a good start early on in the season last year as well. But completely new roster. I think Iowa State drills them. I like Northern Iowa as well, laying the points. Cal State Northridge is a really good offensive team. They're going to slow it down, try to limit possessions. But this is Cedar Falls. This is Northern Iowa, and home opener, I believe. They're going to come out with a vengeance. I think they win this by 12 to 14 points, where it's a little more dominant than just a 12-point game. They win this like a 72 to 60 or something, and Northern Iowa's defense kind of prevails. I like Omaha. I think they're a good roster. They got their ass kicked by Murray State for a little bit, but they made it somewhat close, and their offense got better in the second half, even though Murray State kind of parked it a little bit. But I think Omaha, again, little revenge game. A lot of guys returning, similar to a Bob Morris. You get your ass kicked, you got to go out and play somewhat better. So I like Omaha with the points. And I like Northwestern State with the points as well, too. I took them plus 14.5. This is an intra-state matchup. You know, these teams don't really like each other as much as people don't really would think that. These teams in the state, they're gonna want to kick each other's ass, and they're gonna want to defend the Texas homeland. I like Northwestern State here. I think they're a solid team, and this number, if this was North Texas last year, is probably a little higher. So I feel like the books know that Northwestern State can compete. So I dove into it. And then a couple other just like two leans I liked was Texas Tech or Texas A&M team total over. I didn't bring myself to bet it just because it was at 96.5. But this wasn't a lean. This is actually a bet. I took St. Francis TCU under 150.5. TCU is going to play defense with Jamie Dixon. I don't think St. Francis is going to be able to score, similar to what we saw with Butler Southern Indiana, where maybe TCU comes out after their New Orleans loss and starts out hot. But defensively, they're going to have to pick up the pace after allowing 78 to New Orleans. And I think they do that to St. Francis. So I like the under there as well. Those are all my bets. I've got a lot in the 8 o'clock window. I low-key love this late window. I'm excited for these games.
That TCU St. Francis over-under is up to 152.5, by the way.
Well, good. I got reverse CLV. I took 150.5. But yeah, it's shop around. People
just putting it out there. That's a pretty good amount of point movement.
Yep. People want the overs.
Stooley, what you got going on here in this 8 o'clock window?
Not a whole lot. I got Omaha plus 3.5 with Huff. I just think they're the better roster, better team. You know, they struggled down the stretch in that Field of 68 event, but I think they're gonna get it fixed tonight and get a big win at Abilene Christian. I also have the TCU St. Francis under. I think St. Francis is just gonna get strangled and really struggle to score there. So I took the under on that as well, and I believe that was really about it in this window. I debated Merrimack, but Auburn's got way better athletes. Merrimack, the athlete change from the SWAC team that can get up and go versus them is significant. So didn't end up playing anything there. I think that was really debated. I really am debating Mercyhurst too. They kept it tight. Tight. 23 points at Northwestern. I think Loyola they'll be able to kind of hang around there too. But I would also just be pissed at myself for betting on Mercyhurst if Loyola opens up by 30 plus. So just ultimately stayed away. Just got those two bets in this window.
I could be talked into betting Auburn, by the way, if someone wants to bet
Auburn.
You did?
I bet Auburn. I know it's come down, and I know Merrimack plays that zone, but I think that it's a good spot. Auburn got their scare out of the way. Bethune made all those threes, so I did end up on Auburn.
And if they win, they would be laying 29.5 or 28.5 if they win win in a better fashion against Bethune-Cookman. So I feel like that number's just a little too much of an overreaction from the book. So yeah, I always last year I liked betting at least one game. I didn't bet last night here on the pregame show. I think that's going to be it. Auburn minus 23.5.
All righty. Let's go over to the late window. We got 3 games in the late window. We got Wright State at Cal, game number 2 of the Cal season. This line is sitting at 14.5. We got Denver going out to Washington, game 2 of Danny Sprinkle, year number 2. That line's 27.5. Interested to hear what you guys got to say there. Pine Bluff at Portland laying 12.5. What you guys got? What you got here, Huff, in these final 3 games at 10 o'clock?
I got 2 bets out of the 3 games. I did not bet Wright State, California. California is kind of freaking me out a little bit. They seem like a wild card, and Wright State's a semi-wild card too. So naturally, the program, I just go to the window to bet Wright State, looking at the programs. But I don't know about the roster yet, so I stayed off that. But if I had to pick a side, gun to my head, it's Wright State. But this Cal roster is just somewhat, like I said, a wild card. And then the Washington-Denver game. I won't share Stooley's picks. This is my tailing of you guys. I took the over in the Washington-Denver just because I think Denver will be able to match them, and I'm too afraid to lay points or take points in this game. I'm just going to root for points. Denver's going to push the pace, and I think this Washington team is a much better team offensively at the guard play without great Osabar. I mean, he was great, but in the front court, there's some issues, or just relying on the front court. Scoring is obviously an issue, but if you got tons of better guard play like Washington does, and they're going to have to match with Denver, I think it's going to be a massive amount of points. So I took the over 153, 154 and a half, shop around. And then in the late window, the final game of the night, why am I blanking on it? I had my notes here.
This line, by the way, this line came down. This is Pine Bluff Live. Them and Northwestern State both shot down 3 points, and both are not public. Pine Bluff will never be public.
We should first have money line both of those.
Pine Bluff, yeah, we should play a parlay Northwestern State and Pine Bluff.
Yeah, and whole game for sure.
I took I just took Arkansas. I know this is Portland that's playing, and they're like an LA Fitness kind of style of basketball, but with no defense whatsoever. But I took the under 76.5 for team total Arkansas Pine Bluff. It may be crazy. I just sprinkled it, but I mean, when have we ever had a chance to get that many points with Pine Bluff as well too? Even though it's Portland, I know I'm a madman, but I think it's worth a shot here, just seeing their team total. So Portland just scored 120 points or something like that, and gave up a ton of points. They're terrible, but I mean, this is a chance for Arkansas Pine Bluff to hedge on them not scoring 80 points. So, do
we have a chance on the fans not showing up
for Washington
in this Washington game?
Absolutely,
I could see that.
Pouring down rain. I wouldn't go to a Denver Washington game if it was pouring down rain and I wasn't addicted to college basketball the way I am.
Trev, what you got in the late window?
I got Denver. I really like Denver. Washington has – who do they have on deck? They got somebody on deck, but Denver –
Baylor on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yes, thank you. I believe that's on the road, too. That's a true road game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
Yeah. I mean, I know Washington looked really good last time out. I'm not saying they won't, but like Huff said, Denver can push the pace here. I think they'll be able to score a little bit. Washington's got bigger fish to fry than Denver on a Thursday night. I mean, they got Baylor on deck. Washington is going to win this game by like 18-19, something like that. I really like Denver. And this line, all I've seen all day is 27.5. I haven't seen it move. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are liking Washington to repeat what they did, but I think they're just going to kind of go through the motions a little bit, and Denver's going to be able to hang around and cover this big number. So I like Denver, and that's what I bet them. And I debated playing Portland. I don't care. It's Pine Bluff. They're a bottom 10 team in the country every year, and 10's being generous. They're just horrendous. So if there's a spot for Portland to cover big number, I feel like it would be Pine Bluff. Haven't gotten there. Who knows? I'm probably going to end up just degenerately betting this or the Wright State game, which I lean Wright State, but I get the whole travel west thing and all this nonsense. But I just think Wright State's a better team. I know Cal got Bakersfield, but Bakersfield had to deal with that head or associate coach, whatever it was, with the human trafficking and drugs and guns and shit. So I think they just caught Bakersfield just not being ready, just a team that had a lot of shit going on in the towards the end of the off season. So I think Wright State will be able to hang around.
I'm so distracted by like IU Indy.
I
think they're like the most fascinating team in America. Like just watching that. So I'm interested to see how that Pine Bluff game. It is weird. So like throw Citadel in there too. The 3 dogs that have really just plummeted. So all right, let's give out. Well, first, before we give out our moneyline parlay for the people, let's shout out Underdog. Underdog is a home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customer. Play just $5 and get 100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm's probably going, what the hell is this IUPUI team? They're breaking our model. Get on over there to Rhythm. They're killing college football, NFL, NBA, and college hoops. Rhythm is giving away cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets in the same model you build, and you can win $1,000. Use our promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm for 25% off for your first month. Download the promo code SGPN25. All righty. Yeah, dude. Do you guys have this
They're
on?
dominating, yeah.
I just turned it on, yeah.
No, it's just their style. It's like it's a combination of like what Press Virginia was, but with just a bunch of white guys, and they just shoot a bunch of threes too. It's very entertaining. It's
This
definitely
is
not
like a tryout team too, isn't it? It's basically a tryout team.
He was
It's awesome.
He was awesome at West Liberty. And West Liberty's been one of the better D2 coaches or D2 programs over the last 2 decades. So, all right, let's punch in a parlay here. 1 dog each, and we'll throw it in a parlay and see if we can hit. I've already given out mine over and over. I'm on Northwestern State. I keep the points. Rick Cabrera is a good basketball coach. He's got Northwestern State headed in the right direction. Year 3, game 2 with Danielle Robinson here. Would you lay 11.5 with Cleveland State against Northwestern State? No. I think Northwestern State wins outright in Denton.
Let's see here. Wow, I have like so many freaking favorites this evening, which always scares me. I'm gonna go with Central Connecticut State plus 340 against Quinnipiac. I think that they can dominate. Let's get a little juicy with this moneyline parlay and feed families this weekend.
All right, let me put Central Connecticut, and we also got Northwestern State. Trev, where are you going to complete the parlay here?
Yeah, I'm going to Bob Morris. I think they can catch Drake. I know Drake's got the reputation of being really good. Henderson's a good coach, but they're still figuring this team out. Bob Morris has been staying in Iowa, didn't really travel at all, and they just played Iowa and dealt with all that. I think they're going to be a little bit more prepared tonight. And 8 points, the line hasn't moved. A lot of people like Drake. I think Bobby Moe can surprise people and catch an upset at Drake.
I'll co-sign that one. One other one I did put together from last night, I parlayed the Citadel money line with Northwestern State money line.
Citadel. I don't even have a money line offered on half of my books.
Your guys' money line parlay is certainly going to feed families.
It's 130 to 1, right?
It's 130 to 1.
130 to 1. Bobby Moe on the money line, Seacon on the money line, and Northwestern State on the money line. If you want to just play the 2 big ones I had last night, that one is 86 to 1. So geared up for Northwestern State, baby. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys hopping on the pregame show. What time is Pump Fake Pod tonight?
Pump Fake Pod going like a little bit like right at 11, maybe a little before 11 Eastern. So we always shoot for like 10 to 11 Eastern in that range. So yeah, we're pumped. Good slate tomorrow, man. We're pumped. Thanks for having us, Mac. We're looking forward to these pregame shows yet again. They were fun last year. We're gonna be rocking.
Absolutely. And yeah, go check out the Pump Fake Pod, subscribe on YouTube. And then you could also check out Stooley over there, Stooley Picks over there at Kyle Kerm's show, the Sauce Network. That goes live, right at midnight, right?
Midnight Eastern, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can go check out him, Kerms, Trev, Toast, good dudes over there. And then who else is on that show? Oh, Spoon's on that show too. So yeah, Spoon's in our chat all the time too. So yeah, go check out. I enjoy watching Toast get fired up. It gives me good entertainment.
You can say the same thing about Creighton.
Exactly. Toast gives me a good laugh every time. Good people over there, over at that network. I'm on there every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for college football. So go check out these guys. Go check out us later tonight. We'll go probably live right after the Pump Fake Pod. So Thursday night, Thursday shenanigans. Programming note. The Friday pregame this year will be at 3 o'clock Eastern. We won't do it at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, because I know everybody has fans with their family or just wants to get drunk like me on a Friday.
And if you're still at work at 3 o'clock, you can just like sneak a beer in your water bottle, maybe some vodka in the water bottle, like the old high school days. And then just, you get an extra, it's like the last hour of work doesn't even exist. And then you leave an hour early. It's a great Friday.
Dude, that's exactly my thought process.
How you do it.
It's on the job. Simple.
Perfect way to end the week. Get you guys right into
looking live from the cubicle.
All right, guys. See you guys in a couple hours. Go check out the Pump Fake Pod. He is at Michael_Huffer3. He's at Sully Picks. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. This is the college experience. you better start thinking about yours. Cheers, everybody, and we are out of here.
Run and shoot.